Happy, beautiful October, Florida morning. Sounds like a good time for a three-way, a coffee three-way that is. The first three-way review we're ever doing. I think it's the way we're going to do it from now on. This is Starbucks Organic Winter Blend. Just got it the other day. Have not tasted it yet. We have brewed it three different ways. Cold brew, regular brew, and espresso. So you can see which one is the best way to go. I think that's probably the best way to do it from here on out because some coffees really aren't meant for cold brew, even though it's my preferred way of drinking it. And some coffees might do well with a regular brew or espresso. This way we can taste it all out and figure it out. Now, this particular one is a 40-ounce bag, kind of bigger than my typical bag to get. And also in the back, I wanted to point out, it says store beans in an airtight, opaque container at room temperature and use within a week of opening. So if you decide to go with the Costco bag, make sure you're committed to this flavor for a week and that you drink copious amounts for an office or something. I don't know what will happen if you go past a week. Maybe it's because it's organic, the beans will go bad. I don't know. I don't really care. So there you go. Move it to the side. I have a co-host today. He's not very interested in the show, but there's Kylo-Ren again, my co-host, my chihuahua. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, buddy? So let's start with the cold brew first. It has been cold brewed for over 12 hours at room temperature, then allowed to chill. That's the way I like to make it. Do it a different way. It's up to you. Though it is a medium roast coffee, the look and smell doesn't look like a medium roast. It looks like a full dark roast. It doesn't have... Actually, it has an okay scent. It's not too overpowering. I thought it would be. It's not. It's actually mellow. Pretty decent and not flavored in any way. Don't just because it's the winter blend. This isn't like a peppermint flavored thing or anything like that. The packaging makes it seem as if it will, but what it states is this seasonal coffee is specially crafted to warm you, heart and soul. A welcoming blend of lively Latin American beans with their round, nutty flavor and bold Asia-Pacific beans to add depth and rich, earthy tones. It's the perfect complement to chilly days and frosty nights. Well, on the cold brew, it's a nice balanced flavor. It is better. It's going to be better than any other type of a cold brew coffee you get at Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, anything else like that, and better than most bottled or pre-bottled ones you get at the grocery store. I still am partial to one in particular, as you may know, but this is pretty solid. Not my favorite, but if I want to have a cold brew that sort of tastes like regular cold brew, I'd probably go with this. For the most part, when I go with cold brews, I go with the Bones company flavors. So I've got like a flavored cold brew, which is nice. But if I wanted just to have a regular coffee, this is pretty good. So that's the good on the cold brew. So let's move over to the regular coffee. Taking it black. I don't put in sweetener or cream. That's just not my thing. But let's give it a shot. It's nice. It's nice. It isn't your typical Starbucks flavor where it's kind of in your face, too intense. This is actually mellow. But mellow, smooth. Not that mellow where there's the bright tones that you often hear when people say it's mellow. This is truly a mellow flavor. Not too overly earthy, even though there's an earthy flavor. But it doesn't have that sharpness that I don't like, that I really don't like in those lighter blends. This is a decent cup of coffee. A nice standard good cup of coffee. So let's move to the espresso shot. See what it does with that. Okay. No. I wouldn't recommend it as an espresso shot. There's a bitterness to it, for whatever reason in the espresso version. With espresso, I do typically like to have just truly espresso dedicated beans, or sometimes, again, some of the flavored like Bones ones will give something kind of pleasant, especially their dark chocolate roast or their s'more time. But this here, that's just it's a bad cup of espresso is what that is. That's not good. If you're going to be using these beans, I'd go with a cold brew if you're wanting just your typical flatline regular coffee flavoring cold brew, or if you want a regular cup here, it's decent, but nothing to write home about. This isn't something I think anyone's going to say this is my favorite, and it doesn't make me feel like it's the holidays or anything like that. So the sun is rising even further. I think it's time to go. Sorry to get the sun right in your face. And with that, thanks for watching. Kylo out. Keep tasting like a boss.